Welcome to the review for the Babysitter's Club. This is Kristy's great idea. This is the first book in the Babysitter's Club series. Now, this particular edition is a graphic novel edition. The artwork was pretty good. I did like the artwork. Nice and colorful, things like that. It's just taken right from the first of the actual middle grade novel. So this is middle grade. Contemporary. These kids are in 7th grade, I want to say 7th or 8th. So the book was written by Anne M. Martin, but the changing it into graphic novel format is Raina Telgemeier, I believe is how you say it. So, I mean, it is what it is. This girl has this idea. They decide to form a club, which is the Babysitter's Club. It's where people can call in on a central line and schedule babysitters. Instead of having to call around to various people, there's just this one number, and then that location has access to everyone's schedule as far as who will be able to babysit that night. So it makes it much easier for the parents and things like that. So you have Kristy, and then there's Stacy, and I am blanking. I want to say Claudia is the one, the other one, yeah, Claudia, and then who is the fourth one? Kristy, Claudia, Stacy, Marianne, I think. It says it right on the back, Marianne. Duh. So, okay, so this one's So that's Kristy, Claudia, Stacy, Marianne. What I liked about this is it does depict some of the cultural differences between the families. One thing that when these came out, I remember when I was in junior high, I absolutely loved the Babysitter's Club. I had a calendar, I had posters, I loved it. One thing that I do think is different nowadays from when this originally was released. In this particular one, there's an issue with Stacy, and Stacy refuses food and things like that. And so you kind of get the inkling that Stacy might be anorexic, which actually is not the case. If you've read the original book, you'll know, but I'm just putting it out there. It's just reference. It's like, hey, do you have anorexia and stuff like that? So it's just kind of touched upon, which is actually, again, not the case. The issue is that she has diabetes. So it was nice to see that representation. I don't remember the last time, or if ever, I've read a book that has a character that has diabetes. So it was nice to have a character in here that has diabetes. So you do have that rep. The one thing I can see, and I do remember, like, you know, growing up in the, you know, late 80s, early 90s when I was a very young child, how if you found out that someone had diabetes, it was like shocking and it was shameful and things like that, when it's like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. And so it does touch on that as far as it's nothing to be ashamed of. If you can't have this candy, we'll have an extra treat off to the side that you can eat, and you can still join us for parties and things like that. So that was nice. Again, I actually don't think I've read a book that has diabetic rep. So that was nice. One other thing that was in this, there is rep for divorced families and how hard that can be. And you do have, as a teenager, when your parent enters into a relationship, how you can hate the person that is now in a relationship with your parent that you're living with, like they're trying to take them away from you or something like that. And you have that animosity, and then how that can slowly turn into, you know what, you're not such a bad person. You're not my dad, but you're not a bad person type of a thing. Or you're not my mom, but you're not a bad person. You're not, you know, I'll never consider you mother or father, but you're okay. You know, so there was that rep as well. So it was nice to see, you know, these different point of views. You do have, you know, another thing, you have tension between friends, how friends can even get in their own little tiffs and how those can resolve and things like that. So it was cute. It was nostalgic. I gave it 3 stars. And, you know, it was fine. I will try to pick up more of these graphic novels, and I think at some point I'll try to collect the Babysitter's Club, but I want to collect the Fear Street books first. But it'd be nice just to have that. I remember absolutely loving the Babysitter's Club. My favorite was when they came out with the Babysitter's Club mystery series. That was my favorite. So I don't know, it was enjoyable. It's a quick read. It's, you know, if you're in between two novels or kind of getting into a slump, very quick read, and can kind of help get you back into reading a regular standard novel. So there's also some reference how with babysitting some little kids, they can think that someone is a witch, a neighbor. They're scared of someone because they're a witch. So it was just a standard good time. So 3 stars. Let me know if you're reading this particular series with the graphic novel, if you have good memories about the Babysitter's Club, if you remember what your favorite book was, or if you're going back to it, things like that, if you're just starting to read it and enjoy it. But that'll be it. Until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.